And then when you're talking about practicalities, I'd love to kind
Mhm.
of hover there for a moment
Yes.
because there is a lot of people who are sitting and manifesting and not
Mhm.
doing too much of anything else. So,
Yeah.
what does, of
Mhm.
course, we need the practicalities. What
Yes.
does this mean?
Okay. So I'm going to like throw myself under the bus because I have been the queen of manifesting with no action. Okay. So when I started this work, I really got it. Like I felt like this is true. This feels really true, really aligned. I started playing with manifesting. This is when in my 20s. And my inner guidance, my higher self, my soul was guiding me and showing me how to do this. And I was having really amazing results with clients, like really like, and for myself, like really powerful results as a healer. You know, people would come with just whatever problems we were solving it from this way. So I knew it worked. But what happened was, so I was doing my manifesting practice like in my bedroom, and I was actually manifesting things like amazing. I remember the first time I played with money manifesting, I wanted to go to India and do this retreat called Panch Karma, which is like this 6-week really intensive retreat. I had really terrible gut health problems and I was in a hot mess, and I knew I needed to sort that out. And I needed a very specific amount of money, which I can't remember exactly what it was now, probably a few grand. And I remember like playing with it, being like, all right, let's put it to the test. And I manifested the exact amount of money I needed to go with like all these unexpected things, like a bonus here, there. It was really cool. So I was like, oh my God, this stuff works. But there were some other things that didn't manifest. And I'd be like, well, how come? You know, how come that manifested, but that didn't manifest? And particularly when it came to, you know, business or growing my business, things like that. And my guidance, because I can talk to my higher self, soul, intuition, it's a skill I've developed, said, well, Lara, you actually have to leave your bedroom. We can only do so much over here. You are the one who has to like go out and do the doing, take the action. And I was like, oh, of course. I mean, it's so embarrassing. So I was doing energy work, inner work, and I still do. Like, this is my thing. But at some point, right, the practice, what I had to learn and why it took me so long to grow my business and transform my financial reality is I was missing the practicals, which is like your area of expertise, right? Like I was missing the nuts and bolts. I needed to create like an irresistible offer. I needed to learn how to package that offer. I then needed to learn how to market that offer. I needed to learn how to sell that offer, right? And I didn't know anything about sales, marketing, packaging, all that. I was like this big-hearted healer that just wanted to help the world and save the world. And I was like giving my services away. I wasn't charging appropriately. I didn't understand about value. I didn't understand about positioning. I didn't understand about niche. I didn't understand about any of it. So you can't grow a business from that place. So that was me. So, but I used all this work because I didn't know what I didn't know, and you don't know what you don't know. And I was rejecting the world of business. I was rejecting the world of money, and wanting to grow a business. I mean, it was completely mad, but I didn't know that at the time. So I was what I would say now, and I know there's a lot of people who are doing this. So I have a huge amount of compassion, a huge amount of love, and I've been there, done that. But what I learned is that what I was sort of doing in the realm of spirituality and manifesting was actually a lot of avoidance. I was doing something that I call spiritual bypassing, where I didn't want to do the hard. I didn't want to feel I was like blissing out. It was kind of like getting high, to be honest with you. And it was just completely making me avoid the thing I needed to do, which I call aligned action. You've got to take freaking action, and you've got to take consistent action towards what you want. So there is a place where, and I do talk about this, where all the spiritual stuff, manifesting stuff, there's a lot of BS. There's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of kind of distraction and a lot of wasting of a lot of energy with it. So it can be incredibly powerful when it's funneled and channeled in the right way, but it can also be, it's just like getting high. It's like taking drugs, and you're like kind of feel good, but you're not going anywhere. In fact, I think it can be quite dangerous because of that. So people think they're doing a lot, their work. So I was like, oh my God, I'm working so hard. I'm doing all this work. And it was a level of work, but that was the inner work, which is I'm a huge advocate for. I think it's very important. It creates really powerful results, but it's not everything, right? So am I embarrassed? I'm not embarrassed, because now what I feel is I want to speak about this because I made all the mistakes. I've been in this game for over 20 years. I've made all the mistakes, and now I want to like be like, how can you use this really effectively, rather than a way to avoid or distract or like kind of disassociate from what the work that actually needs to be done, that needs to get done.
Absolutely. This has been great. I really appreciate a lot of the analogies and a lot of the